So when I think about my calling and what God has specifically called me to do, a vision and a dream or revelation that I got many years ago, which I didn't understand at the time, but more and more I'm like, wow, this makes sense. So I was sleeping, I was in deep sleep, and I got woken up, and two men dressed in sort of white, but they were, it wasn't shiny white, but it was almost like a cloth of white. They said, "Come quick, God is calling you, and He's calling you to clean up mess. He's calling you to clean up mess in the garden." And I didn't understand what it meant. And a couple of weeks later, I'm reading the book of John 15, and it starts off saying that, you know, my God, my Father, Jesus is speaking to those who are listening, and saying that my Father is a gardener, and he you know, he talks about, you know, pruning and taking care of a garden. And the Holy Spirit said, this is what He's called you to do. Because I've known throughout my life, I thought as an oldest, you know, first son, first child of my parents, I'm an older brother, so it means that I've sort of had to look after other people. Now in a career as a therapist, a counselor, life coach, that's nurturing, that pastoring. I'd always had it, but never understood how that tied in. That God had called me to be a gardener. Now, believe me, I do not like the garden. I don't like being in a garden. I have no. When I have to cut our garden, I just cut the grass as slow as the smallest as possible, so I don't have to be there, as you know, for another couple of weeks or so. So I know when He's calling me to be a gardener isn't to think about the plant garden, but I know the difference about here are the children He has, and my calling is to take care, to water, to prune, to help them grow. That sense of vision. So, you know, it's one thing to become a Christian, but it's another to walk in kingdom authority. And so I'm excited that the Lord is reminding me and saying it's time to remember the call. Remember that I've called you to elevate, take higher, have people see beyond what they're seeing naturally. And this is more than just going to church and reading the Bible, but this is about seeing before it happens and being prepared for the end time, the last day battle. So I hope you'll be with me along the journey. Pray for me, encourage, and it's all fresh revelation from God. Whatever God says, as He says it, as it digests in me, I shall send it back out. God bless.